Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yuzul, the game is Hearthstone, and welcome back to Scrub of the Arena! Currently 2 for 1, so the deck is still going, which is something of an exception. To quickly remind you, this is a Hunter deck with 2 Unleash the Hounds, an Imp Master, a couple of explosive shots, and various, if not tanks, then cards that turn other minions into tanks. I think the only true taunt I've actually got might actually be the... No, I've got the Sunwalker and the Ironfur Grizzly, and I think that might actually be it, which could get a little interesting. So, without further ado, bring on the battle.
Rexa versus Anduin.
Okay, priest time. What have we got? Right.
Begin.
Big Game Hunter can go back into the deck. That's not really useful until the mid to late game with its battle cry. And we'll hang on to the other two, see what comes out. Nothing else we can get snipe out on turn 2. Oh, that's even worse. Still, it gives me a play on turn 7. What comes out? The Fairy Dragon. Fine, we'll just turn over. Don't really like giving him the advantage, but hey, not a lot of choice at this stage. What's he got out? Mind Vision. Terrific! That's a 1 in 4 chance that he's got something like the Fairy Dragon, which isn't too bad. Unfortunately, there's a 3 in 4 chance that he's going to have something handy like Snipe, Kill Command, or the Storming Champion. So let's get Snipe out, I think. Give him something to think about. He probably knows what it is if he got the card himself. And if he didn't, well, we'll find out fairly quickly. If he pulls out a secret, there's really only one thing it can be at this stage. Priest decks tend not to be big on the secret mechanic. What are you going to go for, I wonder? Okay, that's a snipe. Right, so... do I bait it, my friends? Do I bait it? Not with something I don't think can survive. There's no point in hitting it with a suicide option. On the other hand, would it count as a spell? Fairy Dragon can't be targeted by spells or powers. Does that 4 damage from Snipe count as a spell? Let's find out! Here comes the secret! Snipe! Unfortunately, yes it does. What a... can't say that word on YouTube. Pity. Okay, right, what's he going to sacrifice? Of course, I can get the Knife Juggler out next turn, I hope, and start having some fun with minions summoning. Of course, a 3-2 isn't too shabby in its own right, particularly since neither of us wants to get out of bottle. There goes my secret. Zap. Boom, headshot. Okay, at least he didn't get the Storming Champion. Unfortunately, he did just bait out my... yeah, there we go. Okay, so... pull out the Knife Juggler, and then Unleash the Hounds. That will give me 1 damage, probably into the Fairy Dragon.
I wonder...
Is that a waste of Unleash the Hounds, though? Yes, I rather think it is, but do I want to give him that much initiative? Do I want a 3-2 running around on the board unopposed? You know what? I think we can get away with it, so... we'll simply go for Steady Shot and then end the turn. Gives him a bit of initiative, which I'm not too keen on, but at that point, Unleash the Hounds is a waste of firepower, even when you mix it with a Knife Juggler. At least he didn't get the Storming Champion. That could have been messy later on.
I must consider...
come on. You can't be considering that much.
What does the future hold?
Okay. Right, so we will pull out the Knife Juggler.
Put this apple on your head.
We'll unleash the hounds. Get 2 shots from the minions. 1 and 2. Come on. Yes! Thank you! Unfortunately, I can't unleash the hounds again, which is a little awkward. However, if he goes for me with the Farseer, then it basically works out as a trade. So, into 1, into 2, and then the turn. Now, is he going to trade away the Farseer to shut me down? That is the question. Because if he doesn't, I think we'll pull out... could pull out the kill command to get rid of it. I've got hounds on the board, and I believe they count as beasts. Yes, they do. Flesh-eating ghoul, right. What are you going for? Smack, and then here comes the trade. Neutral white hound. Okay, that ghoul has got to go, I think. Don't really want that running around any longer than is strictly necessary, so we'll pull out a kill command. That gives me 5 damage. Gets rid of it sharpish. And then we'll just bite him. Like so. Right, Savannah Highmane's the obvious option next turn, but could just go straight for the first Stormwind champion. Depends what he pulls out. I have removed most of my direct damage, however, so I'm a little weak on that side. Yeah. Okay. 7 mana. I pull out the Stormwind champion. It lets me just trade off the Direwolf and get rid of that way. Then leaves me with the 6/6 on the board, which he may have some trouble getting rid of. Pull out the Savannah Highmane. He's left with enough damage to kill it. I don't really want to trigger the hyenas just yet. Let's get the champion out. Make the trade. And then the turn. Let's see what you can do to that, mate. Particularly if you pull out any more cheap minions, I can get that second Unleash the Hounds going. Would have been nice to get more mileage out of the Knife Juggler, but can't have it all. Of course, if he's sitting on the Shadow of Death, I have a problem. Perhaps not a good idea to Unleash the Hounds just yet. What's that? 5/3, is that going to be enough for him? Maybe. A heal and a beatdown. Okay, well. Definitely be Unleashing the Hounds, I think. So that's 1. And what to do with the rest of the mana? I don't want to get the Imp Master into play just yet, or it'll fill the entire board up. Let's get the Savannah Highmane. That gives me a second big hitter on the board. We can get rid of 1. And how to do this? Could trade both hounds to get rid of the Dark Iron, or right, yes, I think that's what we'll do. Kill you, trade once, and trade twice. Not ideal, but it does leave me with solid board control. I can get the second Stormwind champion out next turn and just ramp it up before bringing the pain. 9 mana. I can also get the Sunfury Protector as well. Put Taunt onto both the... Okay. Here comes a heal. A Death Rattle. Okay, well I can kill the Abomination quite easily. Just Arcane Shot and run the Hound into it. But I would have to pass on getting the Sunfury Protector out, which isn't ideal. So we'll get the second Stormwind champion into play. Like so. We'll trade the Hound. Make the Arcane Shot. Take a bit of a hit on everybody. But that then gives me 2 very solid smacks into him. Like so. Right, Imp Master and Sunview Protector. Those imps are going to be 3/3s, which is fairly nasty, but considering I'm going to be getting one of them each turn. Right, what have you got? 9 mana. This is where he starts breaking out nasty stuff like Mind Control and Legendaries, on the basis that the card gods hate me and will hand my opponent the 1 card he needs to take my strategy down. Okay. I still have lethal on you, mate. What have you got?
I smell blood.
Still got lethal. Oh dear. Indeed I have. Tracking of all the pointless cards. Right. 3 wins. This is going suspiciously well. Let's go again. Right, another worthy opponent. Oh, a rogue. I hate rogues. Okay, going second. Explosive Shock gives me some AoE if I need it. Timberwolf could hang on to, but we'll swap out the Worgen and the Darkscale Healer. I really want a slightly better early card. Okay, that's a much better setup. So, pass on turn 1, I think. Yes, definitely pass on turn 1. Don't want to grab the initiative just yet. We'll go for the Ironfur Grizzly and the Coin on turn 2. Then Timberwolf and Unleash the Hounds on turn 3, depending on what minions get pulled out.
X marks the spot.
Okay, wasted the battle cry. Okay, reconsider this plan slightly. If I put the Amani Berserker out there, that's 2/3 Enrage, 2/3. Could pull out the 1/2, however. However, the same does go for the Ironfur Grizzly. No, I think we're going to chance it. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Ironfur Grizzly and Taunt. So, Timberwolf and Unleash the Hounds next turn should give me at least 2 2/1s, depending on what gets put into play. Of course, he may decide that he needs to kill the Grizzly quick and is willing to take 3 damage on the Rogue to do it. Depends what he's got. Yeah, here comes the dagger. Stab once and hit once. So that's basically not a bad trade, really. Has to be said. Okay, do we get the Imp Master out? Imp Master and Amani Berserker, perhaps? Or Timberwolf and Amani Berserker, rather. Yes, I think we'll do that. Get the Berserker.
Time for a little blood.
And we're going to hang off on the Timberwolf just at the moment because that can be killed with the 1/1 and I don't want to jeopardise it just yet. We got a good trade on the Grizzly though, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay. Now, are you going to be stupid enough to smack me with those daggers, I wonder? Come on. Come on. Hit the troll. Hit the troll, you know you want to.
So many options.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's an alternative, isn't it? Okay, got the second explosive shot. Don't really want to deploy that just yet. And Unleash the Hounds again, not worth it. We'll keep those 2 in reserve for a bit, get the Imp Master into play.
I am not a morning person.
Let's just
Who you
go
want me
for a smack to the face. And start getting imps out. We'll rev the Amani up next turn and then use it to directly kill the Cultist of Pain. I don't want to be taking too much damage from him. Come on. Give me another minion to work with. Or just give me a stabby. Yes, he says, come on, give me a stabby. Yes, be that stupid. Thank you. Oh dear. Shiv. Okay, and are you going to trade the cultist? Yes, you are. Excellent. That was about as good an exchange as I could have hoped for. Fine by me. Okay. I think... Well, the dark scale's a bit pointless at this stage, but really does make sense. If I put the pint size out there, then it's probably not going to die immediately, and I can get a steady shot out. So let's go with that. Stabby. Smack and smack. And again, hold off, because I don't want to put the Timberwolf on the field until we have enough to get some mileage out of Unleash the Hounds and get maximum value there. Okay, questing adventure. Well, if nothing else, I can get some mileage out of that. Promise he is going to, yeah, close down my Imp Master, which is awkward. Fine. On the bright side, Timberwolf and Hounds. You know it, boys and girls. That's what's coming in. So, Timberwolf, unleash the Hounds. Right, and just to make absolutely sure...
I don't have enough mana.
Oh, great, we can't. Okay. How do I do this? We get the Imp in there. Take it out. That was a mistake. I should have gotten rid of the abusive sergeant. Not that it really mattered. We will... No, I think we'll just go for the end run, actually. Smack, smack, smack. Put the Sun Fury Protector out there. Turn 2 of the Hounds into tanks. And then get some nice end running damage. Boom.
Quickly.
Right. Have you got something like Flurry of Knives? Oh dear. I need to start killing that rogue very, very quickly. So I think... Right. Oops. Well, that's suddenly a much nastier position, isn't it? Right, okay, that's suddenly much less healthy. Let's get an explosive shot out. I have to decide how to do this to get maximum damage. I think we're going to go like that. That will kill off the Cult Master. There we go. And we will pull out steady shot. And then I think we're going to have to trade away
I got this.
the Sun Fury just to get rid of that questing adventurer, because I really didn't want a 7-1 running around. Still leaves me with a sodding 8-6 on the battlefield though, which I'm not too fond of. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So much for ball control.
Handle it.
So much for ball control. Ow, ow, ow. Right. He's got lethal if I don't come up with something right sodding now. So. Yep, this'll work. Unleash the hounds. Steady shot. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Phew. Got lucky there. Got very, very lucky. Still. Another win. I'm not knocking it. That was 4. Let's go for 5. I'm not going to ignore this streak of luck while it lasts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how far we can push it.
Rexar versus Malfurion.
Right, a druid. Okay, going first. Arcane Shot, Berserker, Unleashed Hands. I'm quite happy with that as a setup. We'll put the Berserker out on turn 2. Again, hold back and Unleash the Hounds until I've got 2 or 3 minions on his side of the board, and I've got the Timberwolf to play with. So, let's see what happens. Tracking. Actually, no, we're going to get that out straight away. There's no harm in being polite. Okay. Unleash the Hounds, Knife Juggler, or Iron Focus. I'm going to sacrifice 2 of these. Let's get the Knife Juggler out, because that... Actually, no, you know what? We'll have the second Unleash the Hounds. The Knife Juggler would have only given me N damage for N minions. I can get the same with Unleash the Hounds and potentially get a second or third turn out of them. So, end the turn. At least I think I've got my sums right there. Still, let's see what he pulls up. We have a coin and Wild Growth. Right, so he is trying to seize initiative, which basically puts him slightly ahead on the turn schedule. We will go for the Amani Berserker.
It's time for a little blood.
And see what he goes for in response to that. Unfortunately, he has now got initiative. So, Power of the Wild, that's a 3-2 Panther. We could simply trade there. Or we can do the slightly more sensible thing, break out the Arcane Shot, kill it stone dead. And get a quick 4 damage in on him. Scream and leap, I think. Of course, now he just pulls out something even nastier. Yeah, like so. Okay. Could Unleash the Hounds, but frankly there's no point. Instead, we will buff up the Amani Berserker, give it Taunt, to make for an interesting setup later on. And you know what? Are we going to trip the enrage? No, I don't think we are. We'll force him to do that instead. End the turn. Now, has he got Starfall at his disposal? If he breaks out minions, we pull out Unleash the Hounds. If he doesn't, well, could consider Explosive Shot. Or could just go for it.
I must safeguard the land.
Okay, there goes the silence, so that is unfortunately now a rather... Oh no, he went for direct damage! Okay. Right. Okay, we will... Let's Unleash the Hounds and go with the Hunter's Mark as well, because that gives me a cheap way of seizing the initiative. You know what? I could actually put the second round of Hounds out, couldn't I? But that really is just baiting AoE, so... Yeah. Trade once, trade twice. Direct damage again. And in the face. Okay. Sunwalker comes out next turn.
The gates are open.
Okay. Very tempted to change my plan slightly and pull out an explosive shot to just quickly get rid of that Lord of the Arena. Which is frankly a bit of a waste of firepower, but what the hell.
Into the breach!
And there we go. Scream and Leap does seem to work quite well with this deck. Now what's he going to get out?
Put the chapel on your head.
A Knife Juggler and... Farseer. Knife Juggler procs. There we go. Hit the Farseer, which is no great problem. Right. And now I regret using that explosive shot. Fine, we'll get the Sunwalker out. And I think we are simply going to hold off at this point. There's no sense in making the trade with the Defender of Argus. Although, strictly speaking, the Farseer would survive.
Where shall I strike?
I have just screwed up horribly, because what he can do now is run the Knife Juggler in to get rid of the Divine Shield. Well, you can just do that. Still, I'll take 4 damage. Fast trade there, and I now have a problem. On the bright side, we can, yep, you've guessed it, Strength 4 Tiger, and unleash the Hounds. Using one of them just to quickly get rid of Mr. Happy back there. Okay. Now, do I suicide this second hound or not? Druid of the Claw. Yes, I think we do.
Job done.
Because that will then let me pull out the Stormwind Champion next turn. No, wait, no, that would have taken the Tiger up to 6. Yeah, wow, okay. This is problematic. And he's gaining. Right, okay. 9 mana to work with. We'll get Snipe out. Pull out the Stormwind Champion. And then remove his Druid. Which leaves him with a bit of a dilemma. He can shut down one of them, but it will leave his Golem rather weak. Not that that's much of a dilemma, because he'll still survive. His first summon is going to get 4 damage to the face. And if he decides to go straight for the kill, well, I can do 12 damage in quick order. 14 if I use a steady shot as well. Okay, yeah, there's the trade.
Drink with me, friend.
Okay, and he pulls back the Brewmaster. He'll then attempt to replay it immediately. It gets 4 damage to the face. No, oh wait, no. Okay, that procced first, did it? If sod. That went in the wrong sequence, didn't it? Okay, so pint-sized summoner out. Sun Fury Protector. So double layer taunt. Steady shot. And Tiger to the face. Okay. I'm now running out of options rather rapidly, and I'm not in a great position. That Golem can demolish the Tiger this turn and then move on to the Summoner. If he's got any kind of spell card, I have a worse problem. On the other hand, I can trade both the Gnome and the Tiger to get rid of the balls. Another taunt, here we go. Yeah, there's a surprise, and I don't have any hard removal. I am in a bad place. Okay. I have to trade my whole blasted hand to get rid of it, and he knows it. Of course, the Golem is now protected, which is even more annoying. So unless I come up with a way of killing that... Yeah, there's the smack. That was predictable. Okay. We'll put the Kobold Geomancer out just because it's damage, basically. Get the steady shot out, which takes him down to 10. And accept that he is about to start wiping the floor with my board, and there's not a great deal I can do about it. Well, at least if I hold off the attack this turn, he can't take everything out without exposing. Oh, yes, he can, because he'll just run the Yeti into the gnome and then run the golem into my hunter, which will still leave me in an awkward position, although not as awkward as it could be if I just go straight for the throat.
I got
Okay.
this.
We'll weaken it a little, and then end the turn. Because that will force him to waste one shot with the Yeti. Oh dear. This is getting worse and worse, isn't it? Right, I think I've lost this one. Why did I waste all those explosive shots? Everyone get that, as expected. And there's the end run. As predicted. He has lethal next turn if I... oh, sod it. 7, 4, 15. I've got no options here. I am dead. Bang! Right. Oh, hardly. I drew all my useful cards too early on. Time for one more, I think. My usual form is reasserting itself, it would seem. Let's see what comes up.
Rexa versus Valera.
Yeah, you rogue.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, going second. Kobold Geomancer is a useful turn to play. Hunter's Mark can hang on to if nothing else. Explosive Shot and Unleash the Hounds. Yeah, you know what, let's roll with that, see what happens. Probably something absolutely horrible. Okay, Snipe. Right. Could get that out immediately. Could put the Kobold Geomancer out instead. Let's coin. And I think we'll Geomance. Let's see what happens in response to that. Snipe next turn, I think. Shut down the early development on the board. Okay, that's backstab. Well, looks like we're wasting each other's removal cards quite handily. And some direct damage there, right. Okay, let's put Snipe in the field. And then the turn. Next turn, I think it may just have to be a steady shot. Match her for damage. No minions? No. Right, good. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's get the Grizzly on the field. We'll go for the direct damage. Grizzly out, I think. Snipe will stop anything coming out that can do it serious damage. One of the backstabs is already accounted for, so this is something like sap flying about. Trailwind Yeti, smack! Shame it doesn't kill it, but pretty much what we can hope for, and I think we will just run an arcane shot in to finish it off. Like so. Get a steady shot, and a smack to the face. And then end the turn. Defender of Argus next turn, I think. Bit of a waste, but I need to get some minions out there, and what's coming here? Perdition's Blade, eh? Smack and out. Well, at least I got some mileage out of it. We'll get the Fairy Dragon into play and get a steady shot out. Not too bad a position. Little awkward losing the Grizzly like that, though. I'd hope to get a bit more mileage from it. Wind Fury Harpy, right, I think that's going to have to be an explosive shot. Of course, daggers don't count as a hero, but I've still got some damage. Okay, I lost last turn because I chucked out an explosive shot too early. On the other hand, I really don't want a 4-attack Wind Fury running around, so let's do this on the cheap first. Hunter's Mark. Unleash the Hounds. Go for the trade. And then a bit of a waste, but no, actually we'll put a steady shot into her instead. 15. There we go. Managed to get that done without wasting the explosive shot. Why is it that no matter what I play, it is invariably the wrong thing? Okay, right, how to do this? Unleash the Hounds. And then we will pull out a Defender of Argus. And then we will just go for the throat. Right, so that leaves him with the upped mana wraith costs, and he can't get through my defences too easily without causing himself some problems, and I can always trade out and get rid of the giant next turn with explosive shot. There's the trade. What's coming out here? Oh great, Stormblade Commando. And okay, fine. That could have been worse. At least I can take the giant down to 1 hit point next turn. So we will pull out the explosive shot, get rid of both of those. Well, not quite. Put out the taunt and the letter now.
Job's done.
So let's see what you can do in response to that. I'm burning through my cards far too fast, and he's still got a good hand to work with. Okay, that at least gets me the death rattle from the leper note. I'm happy with that. Wasn't going to get anything else out of it, let's be honest. And what's coming in here? Oh, I don't believe this. He's going to get it straight back in perfect condition. Ugh. Well, at least he can't... Ow. Right. Okay. Damage. And... damage. Okay. I just have to survive the turn, and I've got lethal. That's all I have to do. All I have to do.
Stand ready. The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Well played.
Probably a good thing that's all I have to do, actually. Boom. Right, well, that was closer than it had any right to be. But it's a good note on which to end this episode of Scrub of the Arena. Ye gods, I am actually on 6 for 2. 5 for 2 rather. I'll learn to count at some stage. A vital skill for Hearthstone players, and its apparent lack probably explains a great deal of my derpitude. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been useful. That has been Scrub of the Arena, and until next time, farewell.